Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the 2019 Spring Sports Kickoff Show. You're listening live to Behind the Crest. I am Austin Wright, a senior broadcaster here for Behind the Crest, live at the Crow's Nest in Green Hills here in Nashville, Tennessee. Alongside me is Jack Morgan, a senior on the rugby team. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Jack.
Thank you.
So, Jack, I just wanted to ask you a few questions about this upcoming rugby season and what your thoughts are about how you guys are going to do this year and what you've done to prepare. So, for you, Jack, in particular, this is your fourth season on the Irish rugby team. What has it meant to you being on this team for so long and knowing Coach Hobbs as long as you have?
Well, I think it's it's gotten to be more than just a team. It's playing the game with all my best friends now, and last go around, gotta make it good.
So for this season, who is going to be your toughest competition that you're facing for this rugby season?
Nobody's tougher than us, so I can't really name anybody.
Oh, come on. There's certainly one team that's going to be posing the biggest trouble to Father Ryan. Ravenwood?
No.
And their kicking attack?
I don't know. I mean, I think we can play pretty well against Ravenwood this year. I don't think they're anything too special.
Is there anything in particular with the scrums or any of the mauls that you guys have been working on this season to try and be better prepared compared to last year?
We've done a lot better on getting low in the scrums, and then just all the technical, fundamental stuff in the scrums and lineouts to make sure we get them good.
And what do you think your legacy will be here for the Father Ryan rugby team? What do you think about what you've done over these 4 years in this program?
Hopefully people just remember that I was a good teammate, good friend, best captain ever, all that stuff.
All right, well, great. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Jack.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll be having Nick Vetter.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Hello, Nick.
Hello, Austin.
Thank you for joining us here, Nick. Irish Nation, we have Father Ryan Rugby senior Nick Vetter joining us here live at the 2019 Behind the Crest Spring Sports Kickoff Show live at the Crow's Nest here in Nashville, Tennessee. Nick, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I wanted to ask you a few questions about this upcoming rugby season. To start out with, what has been your favorite moment being on this rugby team these past years?
My favorite moment was probably this year during the 7 season, having all the seniors that we've had come out, new seniors, new players, pretty successful season, 5th in state, and having all the seniors show up, and that was a pretty good bonding experience.
And so for you in particular, what do you think has been the biggest hurdle that you think this team has had to face, and what do you think that we will be able to do to overcome it and try and improve this season compared to last year?
Our biggest hurdle this year will be make sure everybody gets out to practice, everybody's making their goals that they want to have, the team goals, make sure that everybody's fully committed, stuff like that, make sure everybody shows up to practice.
And so what do you want your legacy to be here for this Irish rugby team, Nick, as you are going out as a senior?
I'd love to leave on top for 15s, my favorite season of rugby. Be really nice to get the juniors started off on a good note. That's about it.
And so for your competitions this year, who is the toughest opponent that you think that the Irish rugby team will be facing?
Our toughest opponent this year probably be, I believe, Harpeth. They're coming out pretty strong. They got some big players. Have a scrimmage versus them tonight. Hopefully we go out there and win.
Well, hopefully so. Thank you very much for joining us, Nick. Up next, we'll be having Coach Hobbs, the head coach at the Father Ryan rugby team. The Irish rugby team has a very tough schedule this year, with Harpeth coming into town soon, with Ravenwood on their schedule as well, in addition to other teams located here in and around Nashville. And joining us now is the head coach, Ben Hobbs. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight, Coach.
Good to see you. All right.
So tell me a little bit about this upcoming season, Coach. What are you expecting out of your players after this long and very interesting preseason, as you've had multiple scrimmages where you've done well and you've gotten a lot of new players to come out?
Oh yeah, it's definitely been interesting to say the least. You know, Mother Nature has been kind to us with it's been raining for quite some time now, but looks like spring is about to come and weather's getting a little bit better, so we're able to practice a lot more outside. And you know, I'm expecting to to advance what we did in the fall, which we got to the state tournament and we fell short there. So I hope to pick that up and finish the ultimate goal of winning a state title this year. So we got great senior leadership, two of them that were just on here, and so I hope they can get the team ready and ready to go for the state title this year.
And so into getting that ring, what do you think that the team needs to prepare for most, as you guys have already done so for the past couple months? What do you think that the team needs to prepare for most now, getting closer and closer to the regular season?
You know, I think just being mentally ready. They know the game. They know what to expect from themselves. I think it's just being mentally prepared, getting out there to play good, hard, physical Irish rugby, and just wanting it more. So I think that's what they need to prepare themselves. You know, the worst enemy is yourself. You know, just beating yourself down. So hopefully they can pick themselves up and play hard.
Well, of course, hopefully so. A lot of tough competition coming up here for the Irish rugby team. Coach, we appreciate it so much for you coming out here tonight. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Austin. All righty.
That is it for the Irish rugby team here tonight at the 2019 Spring Sports Kickoff Show. Irish Nation, we will be back momentarily for the softball team to be interviewed. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back very soon.